All right, thank you very much, and happy Saturday. I don't know. I'm not gonna do a real intro thing. I have really nothing to say. Nothing worthwhile to share, at least.
Never stopped you before.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what? You guys are taking my D&D books and going home. Anyway, that's great. So happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to session 3. I have all of them, all right? I'm a proud owner of every one, and they're better than yours because the binding's nicer. Take that, Patrick.
Yeah, because they've never been opened.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Everybody. Augie, you're in charge. Game master.
Great.
All right, everybody. You have the Beatles in the background, Drew. That's fantastic. All right. This is good. This is good. All right. Well, hey, everyone. Welcome to session 3 of The Lost Minds of Phandelver. And this is going to be another crazy Chaos Monkey game, I'm sure, because that's just what we do here on the channel. But with that being said, we're going to go around the table. We're going to just quickly introduce our... Who pointed? Was it Barden? Yeah, Barden pointed lights. But we're gonna go around the table, just quickly introduce ourselves, our characters, and then we'll just dive right into it. Because I think you have to rescue a Hallweather guy or Hallwinter, something like that. I don't really remember. We'll figure it out as we go. But let's start with Augie.
Okay. I'm Augie. I use they them pronouns. I have only played D&D for about a year and a half, probably almost 2 years, wherever that timeline falls. So I'm still fairly new, but really excited to be here. You can find me at Augie Lane on any social media. And then my character's name is Zogun. He is a Kalashtar Twilight cleric. And all he cares about is his research and just advancing it so he can build some good monsters.
Good. In quotation marks.
Effective, I think, is the term. Perhaps. That's good. Speaking of effective, click. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm playing Click, the Kenku Bard, who only speaks in phrases that he's heard before. He is an agent of chaos, and that's all you need to know.
I feel like there's more. Tell us one interesting fact about his parentage. No, I'm kidding. Patrick, take it away.
They were birds.
They were bird people.
No, just normal birds.
That's even stranger. I like it.
I'm Patrick. The only thing I do social media wise is I stream Baldur's Gate, the original game, on Twitch. You can find it at Lights Fantastic. My character is Barden. He is a dwarven ranger at the moment. We haven't gotten to our kits yet, so we're not going to tell what's going to happen. I've been playing for forever, and I played with Wolfie quite a bit all the time, and looking forward. This is the first time I've gotten to run through this adventure, so I'm happy.
You're a good man. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, ever, by the way. So thank you, Patrick. I think we've turned over a new rock. That's good. Speaking of rocks, let's go to Brian, because he's just a rock solid friend.
Ooh, saved that one, didn't you? I am Brian. I am a he/him pronouns. I am at MindOverBrian on both Twitter and on Twitch. Although on Twitch I spell it with a 0. I don't stream that much, but when I do, it's really awesome. And I'm playing Peter, who is a Dragonborn fighter who is looking to become an Echo Knight. So he has very high standards of conduct.
I like it.
Conduct.
I like it. And last but certainly not least.
Always last, always least.
His words.
I am Jasper. I am usually a Pathfinder DM, but here I am a 5e role player in this case. My character is Blue, the excitable sorceress with a draconic bloodline and a lust for baked goods. I am probably the most chaotic chaos monkey of the group, apparently, and that's the role I'm filling.
I mean, that's true. those are all good, positive things. And I, of course, am the Game Master DerWolf. Always happy to be here. Always happy to tell some stories and have some fun with these wonderful, wonderful role players. So with that being said, we're going to pivot over to our map. Today's session is actually entitled My Muffins! ! And Other Tales.
Really?
That is today's session. Officially. It's canon now. Today's session is called My Muffins!
My muffins.
And Other Tales.
My muffins.
My muffins and other tales. That
My
is what we're going around. I think we're past ruffians. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll Augie, how we doing on ruffians understanding?
I think that comment was a little bit rude.
Oof.
Which one?
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Which
Way to
one?
bring it back around.
In the chat,
Which one?
someone said, "Are we talking about ruffians again?"
Oh. Well, I mean, ignore pivot. All right, so we open our scene. We open our scene with, My Muffins and Other Tales, and no ruffians ever again will be spoken of. There it is. It's glorious. But we are going to open our scene where you all had just stepped out of the Stone Hill Tavern. And you see Blue is there. She is shouting about her muffins. There are small children running off with just armfuls of
I am absolutely
treats.
chasing at least one of these children.
They are super fast. Faster than children should be. Zogun probably wants to study them because they seem super fast. They might be monster children. We're not sure. We'll come back to that. But
Definitely some sort of cryptid.
But with that being
I
said,
am using Mage Hand to at least snag one of my muffins back. I'm getting at least one.
You know what? Give me a dex check. It's because this is where we're going with this. This is where we're going with this.
You can't take the man's muffins.
Aw,
Oh, and
not
yet,
the greatest. I got +3 too. I rolled bad.
That's not great. I'm gonna be honest.
good,
I mean,
no.
that's not a good roll.
You're
That's
too verklempt about the muffins.
all right. Here's what I'm gonna give you.
Just
Blue.
distraught. I
No,
can't
Blue,
focus
Blue.
on spellcraft.
As a
It's
game
my
master,
muffins.
I am benevolent and caring. All right, you're gonna get half
After
a muffin.
stealing all the muffins in the first place.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. You're gonna get half the muffins. Okay, not half the
Half
muffins.
of
half
all the
a
muffins?
No, half a muffin. All right. It's a little crunched and squished because it got dropped and stepped on. But the 5-second rule. So I think we're good.
My mage hand just floating over this sad half of a muffin, and I'm just on my knees, weeping.
Yeah.
No.
And as everyone is watching Blue slipping into an alleyway, you watch as Hallwinter, who's been gagged and
Dragged off.
is dragged off by these redband ruffians, these bandit-looking folks that have little red sashes around their waist.
Hey.
And just dragged off.
that is our human. Bring human back.
And they're gone.
Oh God! Get the axe. Let's go.
Shit.
Start
Those
following.
redband douchebags have stolen human.
And one of the town workers, who's maybe carrying a bundle of boards to build something. He's walking by and he looks over and goes, "Did you mention the red band ruffians?"
No, redband douchebags.
Oh,
I
You
think
stole
it-
my man.
I
different
think
folks.
it's the same.
He goes to keep walking and then stops. Says, "Well, if you're talking about the red band ruffians, they're a real problem in town. Sure wish someone would do something about them."
I hear they have base. Where is?
Looks around. He looks around. I mean, I don't know if I should tell you. I feel like, oh man, I should probably get these boards over to. I mean, oh boy, you're a dragon. Also, why is that elf crying about muffins? I am.
There's just a half elf in the alleyway in the fetal position crying.
Today is just a weird day, and
It's
the
very
weather's
eccentric.
nice, and he just kind
I
of starts
fish out of
rambling.
silver. I fish out of silver.
He looks at that
Where-
silver, and you just see the eyes go wide. He's almost salivating at. I mean, a silver. That's a lot of money. He's like, "Oh, I know
Mhm.
exactly where their base is. It's in
Like
town."
There's no brother or sister to this silver. This is the only one I have.
It's close by in town, he says. And then he holds like the boards and then brings up his other hand and just kind of does like the money motion like this. Like,
I reach in and grab a copper.
He's like, yes. All right. So he mentions that the redband ruffian hideout is underneath an, as of right now, abandoned manor called the Trendestar Manor. That's Tresendar Manor. And that manor is located in town. It's actually up on the hill, which I will pivot over so that everyone can see. It is up on a hill. Let me zoom in really quick so everyone can see, to the east of town. And it's kind of a mostly dilapidated, fallen apart, but at some point in this
building
town's
up
history,
here.
that is correct. In some point in this town's history, there was a well-to-do family that lived here. And after the town fell to disrepair and, the economy crashed, etc., they let the mansion go to ruins, as it were. So with that being said, you have a direction. The man's palms have been greased. He walks off. You hear him mumble to himself, "Suckers." And
you hear me say, "What a fool. I couldn't take any more."
Everybody wins. Everyone's happy. So you are standing, one of you is lying in the fetal position, but the rest of you are standing around, and the town, it's later in the day. So let's say it's somewhere around maybe like 6-7 o'clock. The sun is starting to set. You've got those beautiful hues. You see the reds and the oranges and the and whatnot as the sun begins to set. The temperature is starting to drop some, but the sky is still clear. There's no rain or any sort of weather. In fact, there's not even really a breeze right now, but you do see most of the townsfolk, other than the small monster children who have run off with the muffins. You actually see one poke their head around the corner, just all muffins in their face, just chewing them. And we're going to pivot away from muffins, but what would you guys like to do?
Rescue human.
No, we have to pick up the elf off the ground first.
Peter's like, all right. So he reaches down by the scruff of the neck, just whoop. All right, now we go rescue human.
Let's go.
Walks over and just pats Blue on the shoulder. There, little one.
Classic. Absolutely classic. I love it. Absolutely love it.
He's all right, wizard person. You will get more muffins.
Like at that, she like lights up a little bit and is like, I have an idea. And she tries to like break out of your hold of the scruff.
Very gently puts her down. All right. Good.
Hello. She runs inside the inn. And she tries to find
that is not a rescuing human.
She tries to find like a cook or something, like anyone in there that's like cooking or in charge of.
Orders up. What's next? And it's there's like a guy with a slightly lopsided chef hat. He's very skinny for a cook, like very skinny. And he's holding 2 pieces of bread next to what looks to be his assistant. And he simply asks, "What are you?" And the assistant says, "An idiot sandwich." And then we pivot away from that. And he looks back and sees this frantic half-elf standing before him. "And what might I do for you?"
Please. And I pull out my bag of berries that I previously took from the goblins. Can you make me a pie? I need a pie. Using these, please. I am so desperate. And she'll also take out a silver piece and put it on.
Takes the silver piece, pulls it back, puts it in his pocket, looks over to you. "Hey, I can make a pie, of course."
"I will be back for it later." And she just runs out to rejoin her friends, like super happy now. Like, there's a pie for me.
Blue runs off. Out the door. We pivot the camera back to the chef, who looks over at his assistant. Sometimes I realize I'm a bit hard on you, so I apologize. Also, do you think that elf was insane? And the assistant simply nods his head up and down. Yes. And then we pan back out, and we see Blue running out, clapping her hands.
Just like skipping down towards the up towards the hill, I guess. Now, just like super excited.
So, everyone, I'm assuming, is in agreement that you're going to take the road down towards the Trendestar. I'm bad at words. Words are hard. They really are. English is difficult, so there we go.
For sure.
Trendestar Manor. You're gonna head off to Trendestar Manor. Correct me if I'm wrong. 3, 2, 1. Going once, twice, 3 times. Sold.
I'm just dwarf rambling.
We'll take the road more traveled.
I like it. So as you head down the road, it starts to incline ever so slightly, and there's a little bit of a curve to the right and then to the left as you get up closer to Trendestar. We're gonna call it Truss Manor. Trussy Manor. The old Truss Manor. It's just like a sklocker.
Just call it the Manor.
The Manor.
Like there's a bunch of other ones.
There's so many other words I could be using rather than complicating it and stumbling over my phrases. It's fine. But as you move up towards the manor, the sun is continuing to set. There is still that soft kind of evening glow as the sun is crusting and hitting the horizon. But as you look at the manor, you see that it is, again, very much in disrepair, dilapidated, but at the first glance, you don't see anyone around. The manor itself, there's a wall that's caved in, part of the roof has collapsed, and if you didn't know that it was called a manor, you assume it was maybe an old barn or just dilapidated shack. But how would you all like to approach?
Peter is just done with this whole rescuing this guy, so he doesn't even make it. Just stomps up, slams the door open, where is human?
So as you kick open the door, which was one of the only things that was still in decent shape on this manor, it smashes in, revealing a just ruined first floor interior. Part of the second floor has collapsed. You can smell the old rotten wood. You can smell mold and mustiness. But at first glance, it appears completely abandoned. I would need an investigation check from anyone in the group that wants to make it. Or I guess
throw my hat in the ring.
Go for it.
La 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 la.
Don't see human. Oh, I definitely don't see.
So reinvigorated by your
so excited for this pie.
Incoming blueberry pie or berry pie, you actually notice that in the dust and the dirt and the grime that is this dilapidated manor, you actually see that there are some relatively fresh footprints as well as some drag marks. You can tell that it looks like someone was likely dragged their feet behind them as they were dragged away, and it leads towards a small kind of pile of furniture and boxes, but upon closer investigation, you realize that this has been placed there intentionally, and that underneath it there is a trapdoor that likely leads to some sort of basement or undercroft or underpart to the...
I think our human friend went down here.
Oh.
Go, Peter.
It just flips everything off of the just flips everything out.
Crash,
and then
boom,
grabs the door,
Woo!
rips it up.
Crash, clunk. Just aggressive throwing.
You are so strong.
Peter.
That is aggressive.
Why are we being quiet?
Well,
I was shushing my cat, not anyone else.
We don't need to now. They know
Yes.
we're here.
I don't care that we're here. I really just want to get to my research. I just have my weapon drawn. I'm ready for anything.
Flip this
Click
trap
click
up.
makes a knocking on door noise, knock knock knock. Hello, anybody home?
Oh my lord.
Is the stairwell dark?
So it is a dark stairwell that leads down at about a 45-degree angle. So it's a relatively steep stairwell. And the stairs themselves are very narrow, but they appear to be made of carved stone. It's almost as though they were carved into the earth itself, down into perhaps what might even be a natural cavern.
Hey, so what can I see?
Everything? The entire
Yeah,
room?
but is there anything else that, like, I would be able to see?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can see literally everything. All the things, constantly. So you are looking down, and you see that there is a closed door. It is wood. But the door itself appears a little bit more dilapidated than the surrounding stonework. It's still very pristine. And you can see that there is some kind of flickering light coming through some of the cracks and maybe the edges of the door frame where it's not quite flush against the frame itself. And that's what you see at the end of this hallway.
Okay. Hey, there's another
Blue
door down there.
Before you even say that to the party, just Blue not actually even realizing that her companions might have some sort of long sight or dark vision, just hucks a firebolt down the stairwell to light everything up.
It strikes the door frame, and the door kind of is singed and ever so slightly rocks, and you hear some muffled conversation from the other side, and then heavy quick footfalls that move away.
Peter sighs long-sufferingly and then yells, "Redband douches! You have 5 seconds to bring out human or I kill everyone."
I just put my axe on my back, pull out my short sword and my dagger.
He's really strong. He means it.
5, 4, 3, 2.
You can buy him from us.
Yes, I offer your lives.
Mumble, 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 mumble. No deal.
And mage hand the door open at the bottom of the stairs.
Brilliant. And we're going to pivot you all over to the redband hideout. So let me get you onto that map. And we will make sure that everyone at home can see. I think they can. Perfect. Okay. So if you want to go ahead and drag, I'm going to drag you guys on to the map here in just a moment. Who would be first down the hallway?
Peter.
We're all still standing at the top, is the thing.
Peter.
Peter is first down. I'm going to pivot you there. And who would be second down the hallway?
I'll follow him close. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Third?
This is fun.
I have no spells. I am more or less just a light show at this point.
Barden will go third.
Barden third.
I'll go for fourth.
You're going to go fourth? Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then Blue can bring up the rear. And Blue, I'm just going to kind of pivot everyone in like this so that everyone is there. And that's brilliant.
You all get hit by all the crossbows that are about to fly at us.
Okay, that is a trick that I've used in the past, but I'm not necessarily going to use it right now. All right, just calm down. All right, I have this thing where I like to have folks run into a room and then they get shot by a bunch of archers. It's kind of a one-trick pony. Game master, but that's fine. So moving into this room, as the door is burst open, as you charge down and smash it open. I like how everyone's rolling initiative, and I haven't called for it. I literally haven't called for it yet. We'll keep those rolls.
I'll re-roll.
But no, it's fine. We'll keep those rolls. It's totally good. Have not called for initiative yet. All right, I want to throw that out there. But I appreciate everyone's just like, yeah, we're gonna go murder these red bands. Totally.
We know what's happening.
We totally know what's up. It's all good.
I want my spells back, and these guys are between me and my spells.
Yes. That is one. Crikey. That is, wow, y'all are just out of control. I absolutely love it. And we're just gonna murder these people. Screw diplomacy. Like that.
I have a pie waiting for me back at the
diplomacy.
Was that diplomacy? That was aggressive negotiations.
Shotgun diplomacy.
Shotgun diplomacy. It's good. So as you move down into this cellar, as it were, all right, you move down. The cellar itself appears to be relatively well kept. The floors have been swept. That dust, that grime, that dirt that you saw upstairs, that musty aroma, the sound of creaking wood, and the support beams maybe starting to give way is not present in this area. There is actually a small fountain, and you hear the trickle of water that's coming from this small fountain just ahead of you. There is one door off to the kind of the right of that fountain there, and then you see no one inside. You just notice a couple of old barrels. They look to be perhaps liquor barrels, or maybe even barrels of oil. You would have to investigate further, but other than the one door, that is all that you see at this time. How would you like to proceed?
Oil barrels, you say?
Blue, don't burn place. We need to rescue human.
Okay.
Well, I moved to door.
Yeah, I'll follow behind
Still
him.
annoyed that we're even doing this at all. Like, ah.
Every time, constantly, right? Constantly. Crikey. All right.
Blue's just like skipping along, man. She's having a great time right now. She's so excited for her
feeling
pie.
dandy as can be, right? Just dandy as can be. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All right, so as you make your way towards the door, why don't you go ahead and give a investigation check for us?
All of us or no?
Anyone that's within 10 feet of the door.
Oh, okay. So
I am not within 10 feet.
I am not within 10 feet of the door.
great. A 7.
Just open this door.
All right. You're
I investigate the door by
100%
opening it.
100% certain that there's no one on the other side of that door. It's completely silent. There's probably nothing bad on the other side.
There's no one else. There's nowhere else for them to have gone.
What about this door?
Barden, you actually notice that there is a pressure plate right there that appears to be it hasn't been pressed in. It's a little subtle, but you notice it. You notice this pressure plate.
The pressure plate on the ground or like on the
On
wall?
the wall there.
Here?
On the wall, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to up the stairs. Could I lay up here with my dwarf arms and reach the pressure plate with my dagger?
You absolutely
reach down?
could. But we're going to hold that thought because Petor has just smashed open this door. And smashing open the door, you hear the... It's you ever heard a guy draw back on a bow and there's kind of that noise?
Yeah.
So that happens, and inside of this room, you notice that there is not one, not two, but 3 redband ruffians. And because it's fantastic, you have already rolled initiative, so that's good. I'm just gonna roll some battle music here, and we'll get after it. So there
Where's
you go.
our human? Is he not around?
He is not in this room at this point, which is
That's
maybe
great to hear.
slightly disconcerting. So let me go ahead and roll these folks in. Boop. Boop.
It will give you one last chance to surrender.
They look around at each other. They look at you. And they just draw back their bows. They're ready to go. For the Brotherhood. For the Spider, they say. So there's...
You got idiots.
There it is. All right, and first up in the initiative is Click Click.
Click. Click is going to give a... But we haven't had a long rest, have we?
We have not.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have not, unfortunately.
Hey, those barrels in there, do they look like they're sensitive to fire?
Not at this. They do not. I'm going to say that. They do not.
Okay.
The barrels are significantly newer than the surrounding area.
Alright, I guess I'll cast Vicious Mockery at this one.
I mean, I warned them. I warned them several times.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
That's a DC 13.
Yep.
10. 4 damage. 4 psychic damage as the ruffian grabs the side of his head and it's just like, oh, your words, they hurt so much. And just kind of reels back from it. Next up is Peter.
I take a step forward and then I blow fire into the room.
Hard yikes, man.
In that 15-foot cone.
That is mean.
I told them.
That's aggressive.
So they get a dex save DC 13. They'll take 2d6 damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful.
Oh boy. Well, this is going to be a thing. All right, let's see here.
So 10 points of damage.
Oh my god. All right, the reflex is pretty okay. It's pretty okay. So we got a 14. It's pretty all right.
He'll only take 5.
Okay. We got a 13.
So he'll only take 5.
We got
Wait, that guy already rolled a 10.
The guy gets hit in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so that is, you said 10 damage? And these ruffians look toasty. Toasty. The two to the right of your characters, the ones on the top of the room there, they appear to have taken the brunt of it. The other one is kind of just slightly blocked by the barrels and boxes around him. But anything else?
No, I draw my weapon. I draw my greatsword now that I'm standing in the doorway so that I can defend everybody else. But otherwise,
fantastic. Well, the ruffian's gonna move up. The one that's not completely killed, it's just slightly singed, and he is looking down. Notices he's like, "Stupid dragon! Oh, can't just breathe fire on people! What? So mean!"
I warned you.
He's gonna just try to stab you twice, actually. And let's see how that goes for him. So he swings out with he actually drops his bow, draws his daggers, and is going to swing at you twice. And let's see here. Go, ruffian number 3. Let's go! All right, and that is a 22.
Yes, that'll hit.
Hard yikes. All right, that is 1d6. So you will take 6 damage, and then he will swing back around for 10.
That will miss.
You managed to knock it away with your blade, and his dagger that he's slashing at you with just kind of falls to the side. He actually drops one of his daggers in this moment. Next up is going to be, apparently all the ruffians are going together. The one that's mostly dead, he's trying to put, his clothing is all singed, and he's like, "My mom made this redband ruffian outfit for me, man. Why would you do that? You can't just burn people." They're very offended about being burned. And with that being said, he is going to go ahead and make the attack with he's going to attack with his short sword. And at 11, does 11 hit you?
Does not.
Does not hit you. All right, well that's...
I may be a ruffian, but you're a monster.
Yeah, that's what you're getting. That is correct. That is what you're getting. Absolutely fantastic. The one back here is just going to move up. He's going to take his short sword, and he is going to swing as well. And I got a good feeling about this guy. 23! Possible crit. Possible crit.
No, he just crits. That's in D&D. There's no...
Oh, he just crits.
There's no Pathfinder.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, man, I'm rusty on 5e. Oh, boy.
We're back to 2nd edition.
All right,
once again, open the books.
Okay. You know, Patrick?
I'm over here. You can't kill me yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You win this round, sir. You win this round. You know who doesn't win this round, though? The Dragon Lord, who takes 4 damage.
4 damage.
I rolled 2 ones. 4 damage. This guy, he charges forward, drawing his short sword, plunges it, goes for your stomach. It's going to be a gut shot.
Oh, man.
He's using my Nerf dagger.
Peter, you see it coming. You just kind of turn to the side, and he just ever so slightly nicks you.
Oh, wow.
Grazes my scales.
He looks
Wow.
at it.
I look down, then look him in the face and start to growl like...
Are they?
Wow. Double ones.
Hard cakes. that was rough. Blue, you're up.
I have no idea what like actions this would be, but I'd like to check the most reasonable to check barrel to see if it's oil, and then kick roll it underneath all my party members, and then firebolt it.
All right. I want you to pick a number between 1 and 100.
73.
58.
I guess that's not 73,
It's
is
not
it?
73. It's unfortunate.
That's
So
a
you
shame.
find a barrel. Inside the barrel, though, you open it up. Guess what you find?
Aries.
Fresh blueberries. Like, super fresh. They were
I don't even care about the plan anymore.
Absolutely
I'm just
fine.
like, oh!
Yeah, it's like a whole barrel of them. They look like they were just picked, and it's just.
I'm just gonna chill over here with my berry
wafts
barrel.
up that very kind of fruity smell, and it's just like, this is great. There's like.
Need to get these to the baker.
You need to get them to Chef Elf Ramsey. Yeah, Elsie. Chef
Gordon Gamsey?
Gordon Gamsey.
All right, that was my turn. What a great turn.
Beautiful. That was very strong. Barden, you were up next.
Oh well, I'm just I'm a dwarf, so I'm getting down on the floor with. I got my dagger, I've got my sword sitting out, and I switch hands. And I'm reaching down with that right hand of mine, trying to reach that pressure plate with the dagger, and then if I can, I'll push it. Okay.
Here's my question for you, Barden.
Okay.
Do you feel lucky?
No. I'm in a DerWolf game. I never feel lucky.
You make me sound like a horrible person. You make me sound like I'm just like I take so much joy in causing my players misery.
Yeah, you did do a TPK.
Here's what happens. Off to the side, next to where Blue is just ogling these blueberries, a doorway appears in the wall, slides open to the side. There's that like grinding sound and a little bit of like rock and rubble, and you hear the rocks kind of trickle onto the floor. But another passageway opens up right there that leads deeper.
Need somebody order a door?
You can assume it was the blueberries. Probably it was probably the blueberries, right? That's what it was.
So I'll get up and that'll be my turn.
Brilliant.
Switch my name.
Zogun, you're up next.
Anyway, I'm gonna cast my Sacred Flame. It's a DC 13.
Is that everybody?
Well,
Is that? Oh no, wait. Remind me how that one works, if you would.
Actually,
Ooh.
I need to remind myself.
6 to the target must see dexterity into. So which one are you attacking?
The one that's in front of.
Directly in front.
Of Peter.
The one that did the worst crit in the history of crits.
Yeah.
One.
Nice. That I can't believe 2 ones. That was so bad. Ah.
My mom made me this dagger.
My mom told me that this dagger would slay a dragon one day. Why did she lie to me? Well, he's not actually a dragon, but that's fine. With that being said, he is going to go ahead and make that dexterity check.
I am descendant of the dragons.
And 17. So he's
Well,
only going to take
dang.
half, right? I believe it is. But he looks
No, it's a cantrip. I think it.
Looks like 0.
0?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Target must
So
succeed
the
in a
flame
saving throw.
ripples up on the ground around him and looks like it's gonna like go up his leg, but he goes, "Oh crap, hot floor!" and he like jumps to the side, and the flame just ripples up, but doesn't do anything to him. Anything
Great.
else so good?
No, that's my turn.
Brilliant. Click, cup round 2. Take it away.
All right. Let's go ahead and throw another vicious mockery at this one.
I like it. The one on the top or the one in the middle?
The one in the middle.
I like it where he finds it. Ooh. And he fails. It's like, why would you make fun of my mom's dagger? Why are you all so mean? We're just trying to scratch out a living in this crap town. And speaking of scratching out a living, Dragonborn.
It totally came here though, right? Like the town was abandoned and it's being revitalized actively.
Correct.
So they chose to be here. Like they weren't born here.
Correct.
I will attack the guy who looks like he's almost dead with my greatsword.
Oh boy. Yep. Oh man, that's.
Ignore the +7 because that would have been for the crit, and
Okay.
I don't have advantage.
Okay, that's 9 damage, right?
Yep.
Oh boy. So he's like still trying to pat out his clothing, and you bring your greatsword down, and he's like, "Mom!" I slash and just
Jesus
cuts him open,
Christ.
and he's down. He's dead. He's dead. And the other guy looks. He's, "Oh crap! Is it too late to surrender?"
No.
I surrender.
All right. And you?
The one to the left of you is looking at his short swords. He's like, "I've got enough HP!" And he lunges towards you.
Cool. In which case, as a bonus action, I'll use my second wind to give myself a D10 plus my fighter level of additional hit points.
It's good. It's good.
4 hit points.
Nice. There it is. Hey, it's better than nothing. All right. First up is the one that decided not to surrender. And he is going to go at you with Wild Bandit 11.
That's a miss.
What about an 18?
That will hit.
All right, so 6 plus 1. Solid 3 points. He's like, "Ha!" You knock it away. Other one, he then brings it up and manages to nick some of your scales. He's like, "Take that! You sly dragon, you!" And he seems pretty excited about his life. Seems like he's like confident, maybe
won't for long.
overconfident. Perhaps it's possible. The one at the top is dead, so that's good for him. The one in the middle, he sees his friend like trying to stab you, looks down at his swords, looks at you, looks at the dead guy next to him, and is just gonna move away, back to the corner, drops his weapon and puts his hands up. He's like, I don't want to do this. I'm new here. I don't want to play this game. This is terrible. And speaking of games being played, Blue, your turn.
Vitor, you got this? You gonna be good over there?
I'm fine. It's fine.
All right. I'm gonna use my action to use my rope to just fashion a crude backpack out of the barrel so I can have it on my shoulders.
You can add to your inventory barrel of blueberries.
Fantastic.
You can, if you
And
want
then
to
I'm just gonna
B-O-B, Bob for short, the Bob. You just have the Bob. Yeah.
I'm just gonna peek around the corner over here and see what we got going on. Was that within my movement? I didn't actually check. Yeah.
And down the hallway, you enter into a less worked chamber. You notice that there's some more natural stone formations. I'm gonna go ahead and actually reveal a bit more of the map to Blue as you are making your way.
Exciting.
This is a good angle.
Skadoosh. Now, what's interesting, Blue, is I need you to give a investigate check, please.
Okay. I can do that, more or less. Alright, no, I can't. But, I showed up.
Okay. Okay. Well, here's the thing. You're kind of like you've got the bob on your back. You're moving forward. You're like okay, all right. I got this bob. Good. And as you're maybe like adjusting it, you realize maybe a little bit too late that there's something else inside of this chamber.
I thought you were gonna say inside the bob, and I was like,
and crawling up out of the rift down there's this scraping noise. You see a horrific-looking, one-eyed, like monster baby. It's horrible.
Okay.
It's horrible. And I'm gonna need you to give a knowledge. Let's see here.
History?
Arcana.
Arcana.
Knowledge Arcana. That's what we're gonna go with.
come on. These rolls are crap.
You've never seen anything quite horrific, but Zogun would probably know because he's the guy that knows all about monsters. But this thing, it crawls up. its one giant eye on its head just does this like slow blink, and then dripping from its maw, you see this like slightly acidic saliva, and it hits the ground. He wants my pennies, and it just lets out a low.
You cannot have my bellies.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll that thing into the initiative here real quick. Skadongle. All right. And next up is Barden.
Okay, we'll take Barden, and he's with treble. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's his double move. And as he's over here, he'll say, Vitor, you got it? Good. And move on down. We found a door down here. When you're ready, come on.
Hi-ho.
No.
So good. You're up next.
Okay. Are we playing that we can move through player spaces?
That's typical of the rules, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna go after that guy.
No, he
surrendered.
Oh, they surrendered? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here for that. You weren't here for that.
Okay.
He did. This one didn't.
I was here, so I'll do...
This one didn't.
Just classic Zogan. Just runs and beats the surrendering guy with a mace. Oh, my God.
No clinic! Oh, move!
Okay, so I'll run down here then. And,
You can move double your speed if you would like to get into the hole.
Dova wants you to mess him up, Augie. They want you to mess him up. They're like, no, get in there. Screw surrendering. No quarter. Just like the goblin said. No quarter.
So I can get here. I'm gonna dash, so that'll be my turn.
Okay, perfect. You move over there. Click. That top of round 3. We've got one surrendered ruffian. We've got a ruffian who's doubled down on his I'm gonna get you. And click. What's click gonna do?
Get you one way or another.
Click is going to mock the choices of university that the doubled down one has gone on and his course of study in kind of a Jewish mother voice.
Oh my. And the ruffian will respond with, I didn't go to college! Joke's on... Oh, man, that is even worse then. And he's just not... He's not having a good day. DC 13. Let's see if he can save. 13.
I am starting to think that the bird is very vulgar.
It is. It is vulgar. It is vulgar. Now, is that a cantrip? Is that half damage? Click, or is that...
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, wisdom save or take damage.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So they...
And have disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Yeah. I'm fine. I didn't go to school, because school's for chumps. I went to the school of hard knocks and solid stabs. And he, like, flips his daggers around. His short swords look cool.
Well, prepare for incoming hard knock.
Oh boy.
It's a hard knock life!
Well, here's the good news. That hits.
It's good.
The bad news.
He's gonna die. Probably. Oh yeah. So he's like, you'll never take me. I am. And he goes to announce his name, and you're just like, no. And just slash, just cuts him open. He just falls back onto the barrels. His daggers and knives go flying, and he is just down for the count, absolutely out. And yeah, that's great. And the guy in the corner, both hands up. He's like, I still surrender. I still surrender.
Yes.
Still surrendering. Yep. Hand here.
Yep.
Higher.
No.
Lower. What do
No.
I? No. I.
You leave, and
Okay.
you leave. Go back to town.
Okay.
Tell dwarf in tavern that you work for him now.
Which one?
What is click? Do you remember the name?
Of all the people to ask! Of all the people to ask!
What was his name, Charlie?
Nanduro.
Manduro. Click says it in his voice, like he's introducing himself.
All right, so I just wanna read this back to you real quick, just make sure I got everything correct. I am fleeing here for my life. I am reporting to a drunken dwarf at the local tavern, and I am telling him that I work for him now. Is that correct?
Yes, because you want to make living and not be bandit, yes?
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to work for dwarves. I figured you work for dwarves pay you coin, you don't have to be bandit. Sorry, you leave, you do whatever you like, but I'm saying, talk to bandit, tell him I tell you.
Okay.
Talk to dwarf, tell him I tell you.
So wait, I'm talking to a bandit or okay,
No,
I'm gonna run away now, and
Okay.
and then we're cool, right?
Just Blue screaming from down the hall.
He slowly puts his hands down. This cool? This cool?
And then I move and then I leave.
All right. He's like, oh man, that was a close one. And this redband ruffian is still dead. And
Crazy.
then this thing right here, this one-eyed, just weird, aberration-looking monster mother person guy is gonna move over into the hallway to right here, and as it stares down the hallway, that horrific, just weird eye
Never get my
stares
blue
into
bellies.
your soul, Blue. It stares into your soul, gets wider and wider. And imagine, if you will, this like superimposed like eyeball is just like right up towards you, just aggressively, and give us a wisdom save.
Okie dokie.
Or I'm sorry, Constitution check. My bad.
Okie
Constitution
dokie,
check.
I'm better at those.
All right,
So-
all right. I have great news.
Thank you, I love great news.
Great news. You feel this kind of like rotting sensation start to creep all over your body, and you start to smell like disease and death and like decay, as though you were in like on a battlefield that had been, you know, abandoned for days after a huge like battle between two armies, or a cemetery that's been unearthed by necromancy. You just smell that, and then you shake it off. You shake it off, and you look down, and your body's not rotting away, and this thing's eye kind of like gets a little bit wider, and then narrows, and it just goes, and just looks very upset with you. But that's going to be its
You're
turn.
not getting my baddies, and I just whip a flaming cupcake right into his eye.
I love it. The ruffian here is like looking over at Click Click, and he just kind of gives him like finger guns. He's like, we cool, bird, dude? Nice. All right, and he is gonna bolt. He is just gonna bolt right up out of there, and he is gone, absolutely gone and away. And maybe we'll see him again in the future. Maybe we won't. We don't know. But he is out of the fight. Absolutely out of the fight. Blue, you are up next with that flaming cupcake.
Yeah, I'm whipping it. Oh, great, perfect, awesome.
So
Super
as
good.
you go to whip it, and whip it good, you whip it terribly. And the bolt, because you've got the berries, the bob on your back, throws off your balance, and the bolt just goes straight up into the ceiling. And it strikes the ceiling, actually burning a little bit of it, and some small little rubble and rocks fall down, and the creature's like, "Rah!" and has to close its eye as it's like trying to block away. So it gives you a moment of
Giving me a chance to retreat.
It does. It does give you a chance to retreat, which is fantastic.
I'll just move as far back as I can. Aha! Go, cleric!
Barden Stonekith, you're up next.
Oh,
So this
let's
thing is
see.
fascinating. It is like a mixture of a gecko and like a zombie and maybe a beholder. It's weird as heck. And it's probably got some interesting insides too.
I love him.
Yeah, you love him. It's like, and you're like, I want to be your friend.
I'll move 20 feet, and you said it's an Arcana check to know what it is.
That is correct.
All right, never seen one before.
We're all doing great.
Nah, it's a one-eyed monster thing that Zogan's gonna befriend. And
One-eyed, one-horn.
I'm just gonna stop there, let Zogan do their thing, and maybe next round I'll figure out what we need to do for it.
Zogan, you're up next.
Well, my Arcana is not great,
What?
but
You know what? You've never seen anything like that, and it just makes it all the more interesting. New research, right?
I'm gonna hit him. It's easier to study when dead, so let's. That did not
Easier
seem
to
like a
study
great
when
okay, but
Oh wow.
Oh.
We are rolling like
Oh boy.
rocks.
So you double-handing your warhammer, you bring it up and you go to smash it down, and the creature actually unintentionally flails back, and it's like kind of like wiping its eye, and as it stumbles back, you it would have been maybe a kill shot. It just smash into the ground, and bits of
got me
rock
tripping.
spark
It's
up.
got like
And
a
it-
Zelda
as it
weak
clears
spot.
its eye
Can't hit it.
of the dust and debris that Blue had fall on it. It looks up at you, looks down at the ground, kind of gives you this like, what the fuck, dude? Look, and yeah, that's where we're at. But click, we are back to the top of round 4. It's your turn.
So Click is going to follow. And 5, 10, 15, 20. It doesn't sound like anything good's happening in there. I'm gonna follow after Peter
Okay.
and hold my action until he gets to the front of combat or whatever.
I love it.
I'm backing him up.
Peter, you're up next.
Peter.
I don't like the feeling when it looks at me. It's very icky.
Peter will get to here, and then he's going to notice that there's a thing at the end, but there's people between him and the thing, so he'll sort of square his greatsword away, pull up a pike,
Ooh.
and then move the last 5 feet that he has in movement, and be like, "If you bring it back, I can stab from here."
Next up is... Oh, are you doing anything
That's
else?
it. No, that's it.
Okay, perfect. Next up is that thing who still looks down at the ground, looks up to you, Zogun, and then just that dripping, horrible maw opens up. Its eye gets wide, and it looks angry, and it's just... And then it lunges towards you, swinging with 2 claw attacks at you at this point. Survey says...
Oh boy.
19.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hard yikes. And a 26. Oh, no! Ah! Oh, no. This is horrible. I'll roll double ones again. I promise. Actually, I can't promise because the dice have a story to tell. All right, so here's where we're at.
Dice say no clarity.
This is scary. Oh, my gosh. I was joking earlier before we started that I wanted a TPK. I was joking. I don't want
PK
to
halfway through the session. He nailed
Just
it.
roll the damage.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop stalling, and we're gonna.
He still would
dive
have to
right
make death saves. We're fine.
Yeah, it'll be good. We'll be fine probably. All right. So this is gonna be the first attack. Is the damage. So you'll take 6 damage from the first claw, and then the second claw is. This is the crit. 14 damage.
I'm down.
Ooh!
She
So
did death saves.
imagine if you will. Imagine if you will.
No,
All right.
I won't.
Imagine if you will. That Zogun, he's got his hammer, smashes the ground splinters, this thing reels back, and as Zogun goes to lift his hammer up, the creature grabs onto your shoulder, just digging its claws into you, holding you in place, and then with one swift motion just opens up like the front, just claws from stomach all the way up, hitting your face, and you collapse to the ground. And we'll have to start making death saves. So that's the thing that happened.
I hope that monster doesn't try to study our cleric.
And then it looks over at Barden and Peter and just lets out this not quiet roar, but this just aggressive roar, and the walls seem to reverberate with it. And next up is Blue. And Blue, this creature has hurt the cleric a little bit.
Can I see it from here?
I'm gonna go with yes. You could lean over those barrels that don't
Okay.
have berries in them, and you could see it.
do they have in them? I'll whip out another firebolt and see if. Oh, great! I did a lot there.
All right, so boosh, the firebolt goes flying down the hallway and kind of singes the wall, and the creature just dodges to the side as it flies past. Barden Stonekith, you're up next.
Oh, what to do? What to do?
Barden, you are agonizing too much. Just fight thing.
I step forward and I cast a spell
Uh-oh.
What?
on. Oh, wait a minute, where'd he go? There one.
I love this creature for these reasons. Wow. Cure wounds. That is great. So go ahead and roll a 1d8. 8 HP back to Zogun. Zogun,
Nice.
the
you.
afterlife flashes before your eyes. You see this beautiful laboratory. There are assistants in these like white lab coats, and they're like, "Come,
I
come
don't
to
dream.
us. Let us." This is
I
your.
don't think-
You're not dreaming.
Oh,
You're
okay.
you're literally seeing the afterlife. You're not dreaming. This is like, and they're like, "Come,
And then there's a
Come.
dwarf.
come to us. We can research in the afterlife for all eternity." And then you look up as your eyes open, and you like pulled back from this vision of the afterlife, and there is a
To the face of the dwarf.
hot-breathed dwarf
Going.
above you, pumping positive energy into you, and a little bit of beard falls on your face,
Dumifine.
Just in time for my turn.
which is perfect.
Duma.
So good.
Barden,
Dumifine.
do me a favor. Back
Here.
up one more. Back up square. Back up square. Back
Yeah,
up
so
to-
I can get
to
an
me.
attack of opportunity with my 8 hit points.
No, not you, Barden. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, so then I'll back up.
I like it. I like it. Oh boy.
Because I have a range weapon now. Or reach.
Reach weapon. You could swing from the floor.
I think I'm gonna try sleep.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can't take a nap in the middle of battle. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Pull what that goblin pulled last session. Just like I'm still dead.
29 hit points of creatures.
Ooh, 29 hit points of creature.
What?
So it blinks.
Holy!
It yawns, and then it just stretches and keeps coming.
Well, this is bad.
Oh,
What?
Lord.
God damn.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a toughie.
Oh wow. Okay.
You'll probably be fine.
If you have healing,
Oh, will
now's the
I?
time.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't see the future. Probably not.
Yeah, but sleep was an action, so I can't use anything else.
I can't do anything else.
Crawling isn't an action.
Yeah, so that's my turn.
All right. Well, click. You see a horrific looking one-eyed abomination of doom. It almost killed Zogun, but then the dwarf brought him back to life. And now it's your turn.
I am going to mock it viciously.
Okay.
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 In the voice of a teenage girl, ripping into another teenage girl about things that teenage girls mock each other about.
Okay. It rolled a 13 to save, and it's got these like weird, kind of almost like tendril things, and it just flips them back like this, and gives you like a real snarky look with its one eye. So
Yeah, this one deserved it. The other ones I don't know, but this guy is a jerk.
this guy's a real jerk. Anything else? Click.
No.
Peter.
Oh. Well, I hate to use cleric as human shield, but
Oh god.
you are human, and
I need the shield.
I need shield.
Yikes.
So I attack it with my pike.
Okay.
Oh,
That's an 11.
it is an 11.
So, stabbing past Zogun, the creature sees the incoming pike and just moves to the side, and just misses,
I
unfortunately.
will action surge and attack it with my pike again.
That's smart. 16 is a hit.
Finally.
So you stab, it pivots. As it pivots, you whip the spear, the pike around, and then stab into its gut. And it lets out a horrific roar of pain as you deal it 12 points of damage. And it kind of stumbles back, hitting the wall behind it, but manages to keep its footing. It's got a little bit of this like greenish purple blood kind of pooling out of it. Very unnatural. And now it's its turn, and it is not happy with the Dragonborn, but there's a cleric, a human shield cleric in front of it that it's got to get through to get to the Dragonborn. So it's gonna try to claw. It's gonna try to claw once. Let's see what happens. 20.
See you in the afterlife, boys.
All right. Well, it may not drop you with this attack. We'll see what happens. 8.
Oh, it
Oh,
definitely
God.
did.
All right, it did. There it is. All right. So Zogun gets up, and then this thing's like, "Blah!" and just claws at you wildly. And as Zogun drops, it just kind of juts itself forward, and is going to. I'm gonna put him on top of Zogun for a second, but it's just gonna swing at the Dragonborn for a 9.
That's a miss.
Cool. So that's good. That's good. That's a miss. Blue, you're up next.
Fireball!
Oh boy.
Firebolt.
Oh
Good.
man,
All right.
one of these days, one of these days we'll get that. It's real unfortunate.
Just
and it's
coating the wall in front of me with
just
flaming
scorch
muffins.
marks, all black and scorch marks all along the wall on either side. It is aggressive. And
I'm not used to the backpack. I'm sorry.
Barden, you're up next.
Oh man, I don't even know what I can do. Would you let me do an acrobatics to try to get to the other side of it?
Absolutely. You could wall run. Just Naruto this shit. Just do it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Why not? Watch me fall down and bust my face.
Ah, man.
19. Oh, totally. So here's how I imagine this happens, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, come with anything you want, but I'm thinking that, Peter, you stabbed it, you kind of like plant yourself against the attack, maybe dropping to a knee. Barden sees the opportunity and like runs up your shoulders and does like a somersault, landing behind the creature.
Oh,
Wait,
should
so
I
where
do-
will I go if I get up?
You will go...
You're underneath.
You'll
it.
glitch into the wall,
You know
and then
what?
you'll be out of bounds.
We'll figure that out when it becomes a problem. All right,
Okay.
that's what we're gonna be at. We'll figure that out when it becomes a problem.
Zogan learning out of bounds
which may
tech.
be right now. I don't know. Let's see here. But Barden, you can still attack, obviously.
All right, I'm
You
going
are
to
now
say.
flanking, so you have
So you
advantage.
have advantage
Yeah,
on your attacks.
and I'm going to say that I'm not going to use my, even though I've got, I had to put one of my weapons away
Oof,
so I could grab the wall. So
oof.
just short sword. That's all I'm doing right now because that just seems to make the best sense. So you say I have advantage, a 19
That'll play.
for 8 points.
Nice. Stabbing into its back, as you pull your short sword out, it is just coated in this ichory, sticky, slimy, and the creature, it makes like a crunching noise as it goes in. Just roaring in pain and frustration. And now it doesn't know if it should kill the dragon or should try to kill the dwarf, but we'll find out.
Iker dripping down onto
Zogan.
the unconscious Zogan.
Let's make that first death save.
Do you want me to just put it in the chat?
Does it not let you roll off your character sheet?
Yeah, you can just
You just
Okay,
click
I just
the
wanna know
word
if you-
death save.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to
Oh,
whisper it or not.
no, just roll it. We're all about that.
One
16.
success.
It's one success, right?
Yep.
It's good. All right. Next up, top of round 6. Click, click. Have at it.
About time I got a good roll.
Right?
I like it.
We were due.
Okay. I will move in behind Peter, and once again, I will try to mock it viciously.
Mock it hard, I believe. All right. 4. That's wonderful. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with Vicious Mockery, it has disadvantage on its attack. Next
Correct.
attack, right? Nice. I gotta remember that. All right, perfect. And -2 damage on that. It's now got disadvantage. So let me go ahead and mark that for it. And Pitor, it's your go.
Stab it with a pike.
Strong choice.
Yes. Stab it with pike.
15 is a hit. Roll 24. 13 piercing damage. The creature, actually, its eye now looks concerned as you stab into it, and maybe you hit something. You feel like you hit something squishy as you went into it this time, pulling back the spear.
Did I leave the oven on back in the cave?
Yeah.
As a move, I'm gonna take a knee and then drag Zogun's body to underneath me, so I'm defending him rather than it being underneath him being underneath the monster.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And next up is this thing's turn. And it looks back at Barden, looks back at Pitor, and Barden, you're in its way to get out of this sticky situation. So it is going to stare at you with just pure, unadulterated aggression, and you feel like your skin's starting to melt. Give me a con check.
Oh boy. Not the dwarf making a con check.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's terrible. You take 16 points of necrotic damage. Just stares into your soul.
That is so much.
That was a lot.
That is so much damage.
And Blue, you're up next.
Ooh.
Whoa! It's a pretty low DC, but yeah, it's rough when it hits.
Blue.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move up and I'm going to ready an action
Okay.
to feed a health potion to a certain downed individual.
All right.
Once they are passed over to me by click click
I love
after
it.
they cast their spell using their movement to pass Zogan along.
Barden, your skin now looks like it's covered in boils, and if your friends didn't know what had just happened to you, they think you might have leprosy. It's bad. It's bad. It's going to take a lot of therapy and healing to fix this, but it's your turn.
Well, I'm more concerned with the beard. As long as the beard doesn't fall out, the hair can fall out, the beard can't.
Okay.
But it makes me angry.
Okay.
So I pull out the dagger,
Okay.
and we're gonna do a double stab.
I like it. I like where your mind's at.
We're
Go for
going
it.
to short sword. And are we still getting advantage?
Yeah.
Yes,
we're
you
Yeah,
are.
still flanking.
That is a hit.
For 8.
8. The creature it looks like it's almost falling into death throes. You stabbed into it. That sickening crunch and popping sound. It brings one of its claws up, gripping at its dripping, oozing insides coming out. And I believe you have one more attack.
Here comes the dagger. Oh,
And a
crit.
crit!
Oh,
Let's go!
Oh,
Roll that damage.
oh.
Bringing your dagger up, you stab into its massive
Bonk.
eye. The eye just like bubbles and starts to melt away, and you just drag it to the ground, and the creature has been defeated.
There you go.
And with that, we are officially out of combat.
Split down. It's okay.
All right, and I'm just gonna put on a little bit of atmospheric music. And
Oh.
you'll take a few moments to
Ow.
process what's just
sliding
transpired.
his pike sort of back behind him. I pick up Zogun's body. Like, who has healing potion? Who has healing? Who has any kind of anything?
I'm already holding the potion. Like, here you go. What is the healing on a healing potion?
1d8
2d4.
plus 4, I think.
1d8 plus 4.
I think
Oh,
so. Give me a sec.
It's 2d4 plus 2, I believe.
Oh, even. That's much different. It is 2d4 plus 2. They are right.
7.
Nice.
Welcome
Thank
back
you.
to the land of the conscious.
And I'm just like, I wake up in Putor's arms.
Right. Cleric, are you all right?
I just stare into his eyes for a second and then jump out.
I cast a healing spell on me as well. My last one.
Yeah, let me see.
As Barden moves off, Peter backs up so that Zogun can look at the corpse of the monster, because he's aware that that's a thing that Zogun is interested in.
Yeah, I'm gonna study him for a minute.
So what you realize is that it is, after taking just a few moments of not being clawed to death, mostly dead, but also partly alive, you realize that this is obviously some sort of aberration. And it appears to be a mixture of, like I said, like a gecko, but also like a wolverine, and it's also got maybe like a little bit of beholder blood in it, because the big eye, and it's all sorts of messed up, but it's cool, so that's good, right? It's good. It's a good thing. There you go. But Barden, as you look deeper into the cave, you see that there is a massive chamber, and there appears to be a natural kind of cavern and crevasse down at the bottom. But farther up towards we'll say it's north, so up, you notice that there is another small chamber room with some additional boxes. And there's two little rope bridges that cross this deep cavern, this deep ravine, that goes down about 100 feet, and these little bridges go across.
I'm going to do an investigation check while everybody's coming up.
Peter rounds the corner and then just eyes the bridges uncertainly, like, oh, those look very small.
Nice.
Take your pick, which one of those you want.
I'm gonna go with the 18. There it is. All right, that's the one I'm gonna go with. That's the one that
fair.
feels right. Okay.
That's fair.
I mean, that is the good one.
Okay,
that's fair.
So. Yeah, I thought that was the right one to go with. Perfect. All right, brilliant, excellent. All right, so as you investigate around, you're looking at the different markings. This chamber actually appears to have at one point, based on your dwarven knowledge, I'll give you a little one here, and also that very good roll.
Cutting, yeah.
It appears that there's been work done on this chamber. So this was likely a worked stone, maybe another storage chamber, but someone has taken the time to dig down this massive cavern as though they're looking for something. You see the marks of pickaxes, you see that there have been shovel marks, there's scraping, and you see that there are, in the chamber to the north, there are a couple of barrels and boxes that have some of the lids are off, and you see that they have rocks and minerals and other such, maybe even just a couple of small little crystalline substances inside of them. But someone or something has been mining out the basement here.
Would I know what these things are in the...
With that investigation check, most of it is minor precious materials. There's some iron, there's some, like, very cloudy looking crystals, nothing very fancy. There's not any diamonds or anything like that. But
just quartz.
With that check, though, I am going to just give you a little bit of information here. You do notice that there are these green, kind of almost veins in some of the rocks. And as you get close to it, the hair on your hand kind of starts to stand up a little bit. And there's like almost a hum. Not a hum like you're hearing like through your ears, but you can feel this kind of pulse on your hand, and it's just for a moment, and then it dissipates, and that green kind of veiny looking substance that's in the rock glows bright for a moment and then fades to a dull gray.
History check to see what that is with my stone cutting.
Great, yeah, go for it. History it.
Okay,
You're not
and
sure.
13 plus, it would actually be another 1.
You're not
So
sure.
14.
Not sure.
Nope. Okay.
Never heard of it.
We'll pocket it.
Okay.
Just a piece.
Does the room,
Yeah, go ahead.
does like the ravine room Does it look like it was once one of these really finely cut
Yes.
rooms that
Yep.
was then taken
Yep.
apart?
Exactly. That is correct.
The
What
real
I-
question is why is there finely cut rooms underneath the dilapidated top?
It's a great question. Zogan, you were going to say something.
I was gonna say, would I have seen like the glowing green in that room?
Give me a perception check.
I didn't have any. Well, I didn't have any light, but
I can see 300 feet.
Yeah, Zogan can see everywhere. I'm going to go with no.
I can see into yesterday.
All my problems seem so. Is there anything we can roll to try and figure out the original builders of this crazy basement?
Honestly, it could have been anybody.
Okay.
Like there's no particular style or craftsmanship or anything like that. I mean, it's well built. You know, the old, whoever these folks were that had this, the old owners of this, they obviously paid to have a nice basement built where they could store supplies, and it's just been, you know, transformed into this.
But it definitely. So wait, it seems like it's definitely originally a basement. Like it was definitely originally part of the town.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, my history check should have been a 15. Would that have changed anything?
No, this was a tough
Okay.
one.
Just-
Really, really tough.
Just trying to eke out every single point I
Okay.
can.
In a game of pluses and minuses, every +1 counts. So there's pluses and minuses.
Hey, we're not playing Mathfinder.
We're playing D&D 5e, but it's good.
Peter is very cautiously like pressing his foot into the wood of the bridge. Like, how sturdy does this bridge seem? Is it going to support his weight? He does not want to fall into the 100-foot pit.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Not Peter. I have a question for Brian.
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky?
You know what I do? I lived through both of that battle. I mean, I used all my resources, but I'm a fighter.
You had resources?
I did. I had that second wind and that action surge. If we short rest again, I'll get those back, which is the best.
Yeah, I need a short rest.
I don't even get anything back on a short rest. So
I need
I'll do-
HP though.
I'll do whatever the party needs.
Continue. Just gonna roll a couple things here. Thank you. Continue.
That's
Fine.
not good.
It's probably fine.
That's not good. Because you tend to go to the extremes on your rolls.
What?
They don't have the human.
I would never.
Is there any sign where they might have dragged Merryweather or whatever the heck his name was off to?
You know what?
Very well.
I can do
You
a
know
survival
what?
check.
There is. You, with your looking, I'm actually gonna give this one to Zogun. You didn't notice with that perception check, Zogun, the green kind of veiny rock, but you do notice some drag marks along the side that you're standing on through a little bit of rubble, and you see a couple of footprints that lead into this chamber up at the top here, right there, and actually end at a door, at like a wall right here. There's just a solid wall right there where they
Okay,
end.
so
You mean this? You mean the secret door up here?
I mean, it's probably
I'll
a
kinda-
secret door.
hey, so I think there's a secret door that's back here. So how did we open that other door?
I hit a trigger point, a pressure point.
So
I picked up a bell.
there might be another pressure plate somewhere.
All right, so I'll go up and start looking. So persuade. Let me persuade that wall. Perception,
I don't think that's how that
or
works.
investigation. Which one? Intelligence or wisdom? There,
I'm gonna go
Wolfie.
with intelligence on this
Okay,
one.
that'll be investigation.
I'll give you
19.
help on that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, great news.
Oh, okay.
There's totally a mechanism to the right. I don't know why I just dropped in that voice.
Why are you speaking in
There's
Dragonborn?
a
In Draconic.
Why is it Dragonborn?
because it's written in Draconic. No, I'm just kidding. It's written in redband, which is just like poor scribble and scratch work. But with that being said, there is actually a pressure plate to the right of this wall, quote unquote, the wall. And if you just push your hand into it, that's gonna slide down.
I would never automatically just. Anytime you push a pressure point, me, Patrick, have seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. So,
It'll be fine.
Barden has lived underground, so he's going to do the same thing, except now with his left hand and his dagger, he's going to push the pressure point from around the corner.
Were we going to do a short
Barden
rest?
wants to live.
Yes, we should.
Well, y'all want to do it before?
Peter
or
suggests.
I gain nothing from a short rest. I need a long rest for my spells.
Yeah, I need a long rest too.
We can't spend 8 hours in the basement.
I don't think we can spend 8 hours down here.
No.
But we might be able to spend an hour. We'll block door. Human will be fine.
All right, well, I'll
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with taking a short rest, but I'm just saying it won't help me.
Yeah, we're the spellcasters are going to be a little bit useless for a while here.
And I can't do I can't give any more inspirations or anything.
You should have been warlocks.
I'm going to move a couple of these boxes in front of the door.
Okay.
So that way, if they come in, they're going to have to go through the boxes.
Okay. I like it. So you take some time. You're moving around boxes. They're scraping. They're making a lot of noise. It's just probably fine. It's not going to alert anyone else to your presence. That's good. And short rest is what, 15 minutes? Is that correct?
It's an hour.
It's an hour? Hour?
Yeah,
Okay.
you want to do it.
So you are getting yourself set up for a short rest. And go ahead and position yourselves where you would be taking this short rest. I don't want y'all to be scattered as much as you are, but go ahead and take a moment to just kind of reposition yourselves here for a second.
Oh, I was thinking about moving back, like, outside. Like, over in this area. But if we're not scattered, then I'll move back.
Does this pillar go to the ceiling, or is it just like a boulder?
It does.
Okay.
I'll probably move in this corner right here.
I like it. So you all are doing that, and walking
Blue's just
up
playing her hurdy-gurdy.
a stairwell, y'all see a redband ruffian. And he's like walking up, he's like, what's all the ruckus? Who the hell are you guys?
We are here for human.
Here for... Oh god, I heard about Dragonborn like you. You're one of those human eaters, aren't you?
No. No, don't be racist.
Alarm!
No, you can't.
Alarm! Intruders! Just shouting and shouting, and it echoes
How did these idiots live in the same chamber as the one-eyed monster?
throughout the chamber. And as that starts to echo, you hear some additional guys starting to move into the chamber. And the good news is that we're going to roll initiative.
Exactly the same freaking initiative as last time.
And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this cinematic music. And we're going to drop into... We'll see what happens.
I'm going to touch myself to give me Vigilant Blessing, so I get advantage on this initiative roll.
I like where your mind's at.
We were supposed to be PG.
Christ. Drew, you are...
He's not here. He's not
dark.
real.
Oh my god. Alright.
Wow, that advantage did me really well.
That sucks so bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
God.
Alright, well...
My initiative has been so low this entire time.
Alright, Redband Ruffian, let's do this. We got this guy.
Wow, look at click. What's your initiative?
I rolled a
bonus?
2.
This guy.
What's your initiative bonus? 5?
This guy.
Yeah.
So you go before me.
This
Put like a
guy.
7.5.
This is gonna be bad. Alright.
Oh, man. I'm at the top of the turn order, but I can only do fucking...
Alright. Everybody in?
do nothing.
Blue! You're up first, my friend.
I whip around and fireball the other bridge. Firebolt, sorry.
Firebolt?
Not ball.
I like it. I like where your mind's at.
Actually, no, this doesn't have a... I'm gonna acid splash it instead. I can't miss.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw... I'm throwing some acid on the bridge.
I love where your mind's at. So that bridge is now covered in acid and is starting to, like, fall apart and definitely doesn't look like it support Peter's weight anymore. So
No.
you don't feel lucky on that bridge anymore, Peter.
I do
Just
not,
so you
no.
know. You do not feel lucky on that bridge. All right.
I will
And
just also move back a little bit.
let's take a look
Yeah,
here.
look at this initiative tracker. That's not going to be good.
Oh boy. Let's see here. So next up is Peter.
I will move to here. Actually, let me see. What does that look like?
Do that and just get your pike out.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was thinking what I might do is just be here because I can still reach him from there, and I'll still block the bridge. All right, and I pike that guy.
Oh, I like it. 20 is a play. So as you pierce into this guy's chest, he like takes it full bore, almost like it's like stabbed real intensely. Goes through. You hear some ribs break, and he's like, "They've got a man-eating dragon with a spear! Ah!" And he's just yelling.
He's pike, and I don't eat men.
That's what they all say.
Well,
all right, I digress. But next up, you hear some. You remember those? Remember that bugbear from way back
Hey, Wolf.
when? Yeah.
I rolled my hit dice
Okay.
for the short rest. Are we not going to have taken a short rest, or did we get the short rest?
You would have. I'm gonna give you the short rest because otherwise, I think you
We're gonna
might
die.
die terribly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. So this would have been like you're messing around, you're scraping some boxes. No one comes out for some reason because I don't know. The universe decides to be like, not F you guys. And then right as you're like, man, that feels good. I feel rested. This red band walks out. I was like, who the fuck are you guys? And that's where we're at. So that's what we're gonna go with because oh boy.
Good, because I was like, otherwise Augie's gonna die.
Yeah, Augie's gonna be dead. All right, but the good news is, for me at least, because I'm the game master and it's GM versus player, like all good RPGs, I am gonna go ahead and reveal another chamber where some bugbears were hanging out.
Oh,
And this
that's
one's gonna
not
move
good.
out, and he's like, "Bob, what's going on? What was this? Who are you?" And he's just gonna
Run
move
across
up
the
to
bridge!
here, getting to the bridge, and as he hits the bridge sizzles and snaps, and almost like a Toontown style guy dropping out. He looks down.
Holds up a sign.
The bridge
Yikes.
is gone. Yikes! And he's down to the pit, and you just hear this crunch, and that bugbear is down for the count, and he is dead. And that bridge is also gone now. By the way, that bridge is dead, gone, out of here. With that being said, he wasn't alone. He has friends, and this one here is gonna run up, and they're gonna scream, "What happened to Bugsy? Where is Bugsy? He came out first!" Roar! And he's gonna move.
He went to
over
the left, Dale.
to this side, and
He went this way to chase some other enemies.
Seeing you. Next up, you hear a "Wah! What's going on out there? Droop needs to know." And you, Blue, and actually Peter, and probably Click, and maybe Barden, you see this goblin with kind of reddish flesh and these beady red eyes. And he's got a big, almost looks like a tome, almost a wizard's spell book in his hand, and he's clutching it close to himself. And he looks around, he goes, "Oh no! The intruders!" And then he's just going to pivot back a little bit, try and hide. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, this bugbear is going to run out, just position himself right there. And next up is Click.
All right.
Run.
Run. We just flee this place. Oh, are we running? Sorry.
I am done with this place. I guess I will viciously mock that fellow there.
Which fellow? Which fellow are we mocking?
This fellow.
That fellow who's gotten stabbed by the man-eating dragonborn. Perfect.
Yes.
I wish. If I could eat him, then I could get some health from him. Then
Ooh, 3 psychic damage. He's like, oh no, I feel guilty, and I'm gonna get eaten by a dragonborn, and I'm stabbed, and everything sucks. And he's not having a good time. He's in a bad place, emotionally.
How are there more ruffians than town members?
There's not. I just didn't have all the tokens. There's significantly more townsfolk, all right? Just you know, theater of the mind, all right? Come on. Anyway, anything else, click?
Nope.
Barden, you're up next.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Fly, you fools! Let's run! Run! You can only die here, and that's it.
Barden is sprinting away. A ruffian is gonna move out. He's gonna get to about right here, and that's gonna be his turn. Zogun, you're up next.
I'm gonna use my bow and arrow for this guy here.
Okay.
Up in front. Oh, I only meant to hit that once. I don't know if it hit twice, but 17?
17's a play. Oh yeah, that'll play.
6 piercing
Oh
damage.
my god. So he's just like, he's turning, and the arrow takes him in the side, goes in, and he just slumps against the wall and is down and out of the fight.
Sure.
He is dead. They're like, Robert! Why would you shoot Robert? He was 2 days from retirement. Because bandits can retire.
Man, why are you doing this to us?
Ruffians can retire. You all, I'm trying to let you know that you're actually the bad guys. These folks are just trying to make a dishonest living.
A dishonest living.
All right, it's fine. It's good.
The kidnappers.
Anything else so good?
Nope, that's my turn.
Perfect. All right, and next up is going to be this ruffian back here. Just gonna move up, get to about right there. And this ruffian here, he's actually gonna go the other way. And you hear him shouting at the goblin, and he screams, "Give me that journal! You don't deserve it! I'll be the one to take it back to her!" And Droop, the goblin, "No! It's mine! I take it!" And they're just arguing. And Blue, it's your turn again.
Okay. I'm going to start making my way towards the exit, but as I'm going, I'm gonna conjure up a mage hand to try and steal whatever journal they have, just kind of while they're bickering, just yoink.
I like it. I like it.
Hand.
All right, so now we have to think about how would this check work. You know what? I'm gonna have the
Can
goblin
you get closer?
make a reflex save to try and hold on to it. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Against my spell DC, 13.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with.
Okay.
So here we go. 8. So Droop takes the journal, raises it up above his head, and is like, "I am Droop! I shall!" And then looks up, and it's just floating away from him, and he's like, "No!" And you just mage hand it back into your position.
Huzzah!
Brilliant.
Yoink!
Yoink!
And then I'm just, I'm out. I'm around the corner.
Love it. Peter, you're up next.
I'm going to back up and I'm going to ready an action so that as soon as anybody crosses this space right here, I'll stab them with my pike. And then Peter goes, if we're leaving, everybody, make haste and leave. I'll cover our retreat."
Next up is this bugbear, who's like, "They're running! They've got the journal! We've got to get it!" And he's actually going to try to leap across.
I knew it.
The
I knew it.
the ravine. And let's see if he can make it. I got a good feeling about this, candidly speaking.
Are you feeling lucky?
Do
He
ya?
biffs it. He like leaps.
Chin smacks on the other
slims,
side.
Chin smacks the other side. You hear a sickening crunch, and he is down into the ravine. And just like 2 seconds later, 3 seconds later, you hear a crunch, just like the first one. And This one's like, Pubsy, what are you doing? You don't jump into the hole. Oh, these guys are idiots. It's so hard to get good help. And, yeah, that's that guy. First one is still dead. Droop is just wigging out, super upset about his journal being taken. And he's gonna make a flying leap to try and get across this ravine crevice thing. And he's feeling lucky. 20. Droop is across and is right up next to Blue and is just screaming at her, give me journal, mine! And is just being real aggressive like that. And next up is this one, who, this bugbear is actually the smartest of the bugbears, so he's just gonna chuck a javelin at Barden. That's what he's gonna do. So let's see if that will hit. 20. So that'll play. Barden, you'll probably be fine, but maybe not.
No,
I don't know.
I won't.
See what happens.
This is you.
Why do you just make... You're
It's
like
literally-
scaring... Anyone that's watching the VOD is going to be like, I never want to play with this game master. He's a real stick in the mud. Don't like that guy. So that is going to be a decent amount of damage. We'll see what happens. So, you only take 10 damage. You're fine. As a javelin drives itself into your right leg.
Ow.
It hurts a lot. And the bugbear says, you stop where you are. You stop where you are and you live. And, yeah. Unfortunately, this guy can't actually get into fighting. You hear a foppish sounding voice. I demand to know what's happening out there. Glustuff is intruders. They've got the journal. The journal? No, we must get the journal back. And, Peter, you can just barely make out this like tattooed looking, weird looking guy. He's got some magic, like writhing around in his hands. Looks like he's getting ready to cast a spell. But next up is Click Click.
That's Loki.
Click Click is going to
They have magic user. Make haste and run.
hold on, let me check one more thing here.
I will defend the retreat.
I am completely out of spells. Alright, well, I guess it's Vicious Mockery to the spellcaster.
Ooh, bold choice. Bold choice. He's actually got a decent chance to save against this. Solid one.
Yeah.
11. He takes 1 damage and looks embarrassed about
Well,
his
he's
life.
on disadvantage to his next attack too. So there.
Very nice. Barden, you're up next.
Okay, you know that javelin that stabbed me in the leg?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna throw it right back at him.
I love it. And let's make it happen. 24 is a hit. That is a hit. Yeah, roll some damage. 7
That'll-
piercing as it drives into his leg and he looks down dumbfounded. Did you? Nobody stops me with my own javelin. And he's very upset.
I just did.
Pulls it out. You can't prove that to nobody.
I will mock him saying, your 2 friends jumped across the canyon and didn't survive. Do you got the guts to make it across? I'm gonna intimidate.
He drops the javelin and looks like he's about to take a running leap.
Alright, let's see what he does.
I'm really excited. And is Bugbear Ben Stiller? He might be. But Bugbear Stiller. There There it is. Bug Stiller. All right, and this ruffian here is going to maneuver himself to the bridge, and I believe that provokes right as he gets to here. Or you have a ready to action, right, Peter?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Boom.
I stabbed him with my pike.
Perfect. 14 damage. He
That's
turns
max.
back.
That's the max I can do.
He turns back. He gets there, gets stabbed, is like, nope, and then just back the way he came. And that's his turn. So good. You're up next.
So wait.
Yeah,
if he turns around and runs, I
He has to stab him
threaten
again.
that square, so I get an attack of opportunity, don't I?
Go for it. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, nope, and then he turns, you're like, stab, and then he just falls into the pit and is out. That's fantastic. I don't know why you guys are running. You're winning right now. Like, I don't know what's... I don't know
Not
what's
right
going on.
now.
I mean, I think you're doing fine. I really
There's
do.
a method to the madness of saying it out loud.
All right, this ruffian here is going to... He's gonna move in. He's gonna move in.
I mean, he can at this
yeah,
point.
he's gonna move in. He's gonna try and stab you. Let's see what happens. 21.
That'll play.
Ooh.
You will take 7 points of damage.
Ugh.
This ruffian here is gonna move up, seeing that the bridge is down, is gonna take a running leap and attempt to vault. And I got a good feeling about this. 25! 25! Nat 20 on his acrobatics, and he lands here like he's done this 1,000 times. And draws his short sword and brandishes it at Barden. And Blue, you are up.
I told you guys jumping across the ravine would pay off. All my training.
He's like, I've been doing this for years. I told you it would be good. And they made fun of me.
Well, nothing else I really can do. Fireball!
You need to step away.
Oh boy.
It's not
You were
great.
just not. You need to reload, Jesper.
I think you might need to reload.
Just quit out of roll 20 and come back.
Come back.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man. Oh jeez, guys.
Running away would provoke an attack of opportunity.
jeez, Rick.
That
Get me
is
further
true.
away from my
It would
allies,
provoke
so I'm
attack
just
of
not going to even
opportunity if you're
bother.
away. That is true. Yeah.
And I will reload roll 20.
All right, I like it.
I think my turn got skipped.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
because Barden went and then I never
Oh,
went.
you know what? Zogan, go ahead. It's your turn. I apologize.
Yeah.
That's totally on me. I'm trying to cheat because I'm the game
Yep.
master, so I can.
Mhm.
So, because I want to win, because you can do that in this game. You can win. So, yeah. Go ahead, Zogan. Take your turn. I apologize.
I'll I'll move up here and I'm gonna swing at the guy on the bridge.
I like it. Like this guy.
Maybe this will count for something.
Swing wild. Goes wide.
Well, I guess you could have just skipped my turn anyways, so that's my
Oh no! Come on.
I mean, technically he cheated, so you should get to roll with advantage. So that
that's-
15 should hit, right?
I mean, no, that's not how this works. But you know what? I'm gonna ask my coaster. The coaster says it's a kitty cat coaster. You can't see it because of the thing. There it is. It's a kitty cat, and it says, "Check out my whiskers," and it's a cat holding a pair of whiskers. So we're gonna go with yes. The 15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Because I skipped your turn. That was improper of me. 7 damage. Solid blow. Solid blow. So as Zogun swings, it looks like it's about to miss, and the bridge kind of like is a little wobbly, and he wobbles into the hammer, and you cock him, just crash upside the head. Just done. Just done. Next
I mean,
up is Peter.
I just looked up synonyms for cheating, and it says DerWolf.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut it. Shut it right now. Shut it away.
All right, I stabbed this guy with pike. I thought I told you to run, so good.
Ooh.
Looks like no one else is really running, so I decided to stay.
Just a voice in the distance. I'm running!
That's fair. 10.
Besides, I want to see what this
As
guy
he rocks back from being hit, you just wait, and then straight through the neck, straight back, and this ruffian is down for the count, and into the ravine. Down. So you are down to a ruffian, a bugbear, and this guy looks like a wizard person.
And a goblin.
And a goblin.
Yeah, don't forget my goblin.
Yeah, the goblin's fine. Go ahead,
Since
Peter.
there's only the 2 guys left, and it looks like the bugbear does look like he's moving, yeah?
Yeah.
In which case, I'm going to move to threaten that, or actually, I'll be one back. So I'll threaten that wizard square, so if he starts to cast, I can attack.
That's really good. That's actually really good. That's actually really, really good. Damn, this is not good for them. They're losing. They had the advantage. They had numbers. They had tactics. They didn't have tactics. That's true. So that's
We
fine.
had Peter.
You had Peter. All right. So next up is this goblin who is just gonna swing on blue with an 18.
That hits.
Give me the journal!
4 damage.
You can't reach it!
So as you're holding it up, the goblin draws a dagger and just shanks you in the leg multiple times. The bugbear. He moves. He readies himself, and he makes his jump.
Do you feel lucky? Well, do you?
14. That'll play.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna land hard, but he's been wielding his melee weapon, and he's gonna swing on you.
All right, bring it.
And he's like, "What now, dwarf?" 8. Swing. You duck. Crashes into the wall. He's like, "Oh, good dodge." And next up is Glassstaff, this guy, who is going to... Now, this is where I need a little bit of help from the group, because I am, again, not as familiar with 5e. Is there a way for him to cast defensively, or is that just not a thing in 5e?
You don't need to.
Yeah.
I think... I moved here, and I don't know that it's...
Does it provoke?
Casting a spell doesn't like provoke attacks of opportunity or anything.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
All right. Well, in that case, he is just going to cast a spell to cast magic missile in your face.
Ouch, this is gonna hurt.
So he's gonna shoot 3 bolts at you.
Oh.
I remember when I could cast magic missile. Those were the days.
So you watch as that arcane energy he was gathering forms into 3 arcane bolts and just pop, pop, pop into you. And you take 11 points of damage.
Oh.
I think I am at 0, which means I'm still standing, but if I take any more damage, I'm in death saves.
Are you a barbarian?
No, I think you go down.
No, you go down.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
in which case, I'm in.
All right. And he is going to move to here. And
You said we were winning?
pointing at... You're still technically winning. Just one of you's down. He's going to point
Technically
at the,
by what
point
metric?
At the others and say, "You will surrender now, or I shall slay all of you." That's what he says.
On the magic missiles, do they get the +3? Is it 1d4 +1 on each one?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Just checking.
He's asking for surrenders. Anybody? Anybody surrender?
I can't hear.
Nobody?
Fuck you, asshole.
Fair. Click. It's your turn.
P.
Oh, so I want to say that ranged attacks in close combat, so for magic missile, they would have gotten disadvantage because they were within the 5
Oh.
feet.
Doesn't matter. It's magic
Magic
missile.
missile.
Magic missile doesn't have a attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just let me
Oh,
cheat. Come on. No.
Okay. Click is gonna go, like, just kind of look at the spellcaster and go, "Fuck yeah!" and jump the cavern.
Jumping, not running across the
Just
bridge.
run across the bridge.
Oh, I can get across.
Oh,
Yeah, I can-
absolutely run across the bridge.
Yeah.
I'm cool
I mean,
if
it
you
would
want to
be-
jump. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Okay.
rather jump, but no, I'll do it the smart way.
Okay.
And then he's gonna run in and attack with his Naginata.
Ooh.
Oof. Swing and unfortunately a miss. Unfortunately a miss. But you feel like you just missed it. Like it was really close. Barden Stonekith.
Okay, so here goes the short sword into the Buggy Bear's junk. I wasn't lying.
24 will play. Yeah, that'll play. Yep. 9.
My
Solid.
junk!
And the dagger.
21 will play.
You can pick which other one of those you want.
I'm gonna go with the 21. 7.
Seven?
He looks like he's on his last bear paw. Bugbear
Yeah,
paw.
when he said, "What are you gonna do now, dwarf?" and he misses, and I stab and stab. I say that smelly man.
All right.
Force damage.
That's unfortunate for him. And Zogun, you're up next.
I will try to hit this guy with my crossbow.
You have a crossbow or a longbow?
I have my light
Crossbow.
crossbow.
14 is a hit.
Nice.
7 piercing. Thunk into his shoulder. He looks down.
Oh, I'll get you yet, you weird-looking... I think you're a cleric, but I don't know. And why do you have a crossbow? It's rude to shoot people.
And just being very aggressive and, annoying and foppish. And this ruffian here is actually going to move over and is going to go for Blue because Blue has the journal. And 14 to hit?
No.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
All right, getting sassy. Blue, it's your turn.
They're nice and close together, actually. Acid Splash. I can hit both of them. It's just a save. So 13, or they both take 5 damage. 13 on each of them.
That's a fail. That's a fail. All right.
Just
so
hold my
here's
hand up in a
what's
big
hilarious.
glob.
The goblin, is still trying to stab you, and then as the acid hits it, its dagger hand gets all singed and burned, and it drops its dagger that it's wielding, but it picks it up with its other hand. But its one arm is all scalded, and it looks like it's mostly dead. And the other guy
Droop is ambidextrous.
pretty wounded, but the goblin Droop.
Droop needs his journal. It burns us.
And Peter, give me a death save.
Sure.
Oh darn!
Wow!
What was it?
One fail.
3 and then.
Yeah, you gotta fail 3 times.
All right. Oh boy. Droop is going to go all in.
If I make another character, I'm making a warlock.
23 to hit. Blue, you take 6 damage as the goblin stabs you very, very hard. And
Is it 2?
this
Can't
bugbear.
remember.
So the bugbear, he looks at Barden. He looks to the ravine crevice in front, to your left and to your right.
Total.
Go ahead.
And then he looks
Make my
back
day.
at Barden. And here's what I'm gonna do. He's just gonna try to tackle you over the edge. But I'm gonna give you an attack of opportunity as he does this.
Okay.
But if you fail,
Can I
he's
hit
gonna-
both of them?
You can go with both swords. I love it.
Okay. All right. Nope.
8 is a miss. Oh, no!
Same exact
Come
roll!
on! Come on! All right, so he's gonna make an attack roll. He's still gonna hit you, but he's basically throwing himself at you, trying to grab you and toss you over the edge. And I will give you a save if he manages this to try to grab the edge, but he's just gonna throw himself at you. Oh my
Wow.
God! No!
Wouldn't he
Okay.
come with me? Wouldn't he come with me?
No, that is so bad. All right. This is
EPK halfway through.
I'm gonna choose.
okay.
Either I drop my weapons and I grab him with a strength check,
Okay.
or I try to do a dex and try to grab a hold of the wall. So either way, my sword.
Yeah. So
Just
here's
drop
what's
it.
happening. Both your weapons are dropped. He tackles you, throwing himself in, just roaring. You start to tumble over the edge.
Okay, hold on.
I'm gonna give you
Whichever one I want. Huh?
whichever one you want. Just try and grab the edge.
Let's go down on Blaze of Glory. Strength check. And I don't grab him.
Damn. And there is a oof as everyone watches as Barden is struck. And he just tumbles over the edge. And there's just a brah! Crunch as he hit the ground.
Jeez.
Oh, well.
And I don't know if do we make death saves now? How does this even work? I mean, I don't think it's insta-gibbed, is it? We're gonna go insta-gibbed?
It depends on how much falling damage he took. If it's enough falling damage that's the rest of the health that he has now and his full HP, then it would be automatic death. But
You said it was like 100-foot ravine.
It's 100-foot ravine. Yeah.
You have to.
It's like
You
10d6
can roll
or something.
damage. Yeah.
Or 9d6 because the first
I
10
only
feet are...
had 7. So
All right.
let's.
Well, let me roll the 10d6. And maybe I'll roll all ones. And you're 41.
Ooh.
That's full dead.
That's instant death, yeah.
Is that insta-dead? Barden,
Or that's instant dead.
I am so sorry. I didn't
We may not
want
have any
to.
more sessions of this. We may not have any more sessions.
I
of
don't
this
know,
campaign,
maybe we'll
'cause
find
we'll
out.
all be dead.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's
He
it's-
called the
it's
TPK,
possible.
man.
I didn't want to. I didn't do
He
this.
called it.
I didn't do this. Isn't my
I think
fault.
you did do it.
This isn't my fault. Click. This guy's just gonna cast magic missile at you. Because you're right there. +3. Oh god, I feel terrible. 13 damage.
Ooh.
Click.
Ow.
That's
Yeah.
such a good roll of damage, too.
Thanks for stopping in, Lord Exile. Everyone's dead. Oh no. Oh my god, this is no.
I know.
No, that's not true.
Yes, DerWolf is a monster.
Oh. This is terrible. No, only one. No, there's one person. No, there is 2 people down. That's terrible. Click. You're up next.
Okay. I guess it's gonna be a Naginata hit.
Oh boy. I believe. Oh god. Oh my god. This is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that's just an automatic crit fail, right? So it just misses?
Yep.
Is that right? Oh boy. Well, that's a thing that transpired. Barden twitches at the base of the ravine. I'm just gonna delete him out of the initiative here, I guess. So you're up next.
I'm gonna run and play the rest of the campaign by myself.
By myself.
What would
I'm
Matt
going
Mercer
home.
think of you? Yes. What would
Do you
Matt
not
Mercer
have
think
any
of
healing?
you?
Please come heal me.
Yeah, our cleric.
Oh, God.
I mean, if you don't, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll run up here. I'm gonna be like right at,
You jumping?
Or I
making
can
the
be
jump,
right here.
You're being a
That's fine.
badass and making the jump.
and I'll use my. No, I'm running around the bridge.
All right,
I'm
that's
not
fair.
even. I'm not even gonna try that, and I'm gonna use my last level 1 spell
Okay.
for a cure wounds.
I like it. That's smart. It's good.
On Pitor.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Go ahead and
I'm
roll,
up then.
roll that sweet, sweet HP.
That 5 HP, dude.
Hey, it's better than kicking the teeth. That's fine. Yeah, that's like better than getting stabbed.
And it stops his death rate. So
That
Yeah,
is true.
it literally was already at 2 failures.
Oh,
Like,
that bugbear's also dead, by the way. They
Yeah.
both are dead, yeah. All right, just go
yeah, I pulled him down, but I just didn't get to pull him down with me.
And that's my turn.
All right. Next up is this ruffian who sees blue, and yeah, just gonna stab blue.
Yeah.
disadvantage.
17.
Partial cover.
Oh, that's true. Plus 5, 23. Yeah.
Didn't matter.
All right.
Go ahead. Don't roll 8.
6.
Thank you for not rolling 8.
I got your
I'm
back.
at 2 HP.
I got your back.
My turn. I'm
All right.
disengaging. I'm gone.
Fleeing.
I'm leaving.
Getting out of there, and that doesn't provoke because you disengaged, right?
Disengage.
All
Yep.
right, perfect. That's good. The goblin. No! No! My just.
I'm out.
You know what? At least Blue's gonna make it out and get her pie. That's all I'm saying.
All the berries just like trotting along.
All right. And Peter, you are alive.
Awesome. I will immediately use my bonus action to give myself 1d10 plus my fighter level of hit points
Okay.
with my second wind,
Yep.
which at this point is like my 5th wind or whatever.
Okay. Whew. This is a beginner
and then I'm-
campaign. What the hell's going on here? I don't even.
And then I'm
Wow.
gonna stab the guy with with my pike, as I can from here.
Okay. Yep, that'll play. 7.
For 7.
Very nice. Very
Is
nice.
he still up?
He's still up.
I action surge.
I like it.
I stab him again.
Kill him dead. 15's a hit. He's
For
down.
10 piercing.
He's down. He's down. He's down. He's down basically.
Son
out.
of bitch!
Oh my god.
This is ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. I didn't.
Alright, I heard screaming from over here.
Yeah.
So
A lot.
and then
Zogun, you're the only one that can see to the bottom of this ravine, and you just see a very splattered Barden down at the bottom. You're the only one that knows, technically. Maybe everyone else thinks he ran away, but
Barden, are
know.
you alive?
You know, sorry, Zogun.
I yell over to Pitor. No, just leave him. We can come back for him.
Sure.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I have gold.
23 to hit you, Blue.
Oh jeez, yes. Uh-oh.
Blue is down.
Yep, I am down.
My journal!
The goblin screams. Glass staff is out. Click, click. You are up.
Come on, click, click, go boom.
Okay. Click, click, boom is going to. Oh, Jesus. Okay. What do we have left?
Not me.
25, 30,
Hey, Wolfie.
Hey, Patrick.
It's 2.
Come on. That's 2 characters. I have killed 2 of your characters. That's true. That's true.
Can I get a vicious mockery off on him too?
Absolutely. Absolutely you can. I feel terrible. Oh god. I have killed 2 of Patrick's characters in the last like 3 months. Oh, no. That is a decent roll. Unfortunately, he saves. This is the acrobatic ruffian who has been practicing jumping and resisting mockery his whole life. It's true. It's true. So good. You're up next.
He can't be very wise. I mean, he jumped across the ravine.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna
At least he didn't fall into it
I was thrown.
too soon.
I'm gonna join
I
these
was
guys over here.
thrown. I was.
And then I'm gonna use my I think I'm gonna use my channel divinity. I'm gonna use my hardest divine power, and I regain a spell slot.
Ooh, nice.
And that'll be my turn.
This ruffian will look back, seeing that everyone else appears to be dead, and is going to... He's going to bolt. Just running. And
Can't run through blue. Oh, blue is down. I forgot.
Give us a
The
death
blue's
save.
out.
Not a 1. Okay, that's a failure, but it's not a 1 at least.
Fail.
Yeah.
Peter, you're up next.
All right. Chasing down the sorceress. I dash, which would get me to right beside this goblin.
Perfect. Speaking of that goblin, it's that goblin's turn.
Just a sec. Well, no, I don't want. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna blow fire, and then I realized that would make blue up.
This is very
Goblin?
Oh no.
Doesn't realize you're even behind him, and he's just going to try to run, provoking an attack of opportunity from you.
Is he going to grab the book?
He already has the book.
Okay.
All right. Well, I stab him and he's fleeing behind.
Oh yeah, he's super dead. Your damage will kill him.
I have it!
Stab, and he's down, just dead.
The precious!
All right, and we are effectively, finally, out of combat.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to blue, and I'm gonna use that level 1 spell I just got back
Hooray!
and do Another cure wounds.
That was extra. That was extra.
That was the worst, dude.
Oh man.
Oh goodness.
Oh man. You know what? You won though. Hey.
Well,
you know the good news.
Roll
is,
the healing for me.
You know
Yeah,
the good
thank you.
news is you do get to level 3, except for Barden because he's dead. So that's the thing.
Oh.
Wow. That I thought y'all were gonna be fine for a second. I thought. I expected you to hit with one of your attacks, Barden. The double 8s was a real rough situation.
Oh, it was a double ace 23 on both of them.
On
Yeah.
both the exact
Exact
same
same
roll.
roll.
That is true. That is true.
The dice
that RNG
did not
said.
want Barden
Nope.
around.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come back with Barden's brother, Garden.
Garden, same character. I love that. You know what? If you're cool with that, Garden
I'm not
shows
doing that.
up and he's
I'm not
like,
doing
"Hey,
that.
I'm looking for my brother," and you guys are it's just like with Beer Fest, right? When like the brother shows up, it's like the exact same actor. Fantastic, yeah. Oh man. Well, let's do a little bit of an epilogue here from this session, because holy schmolies in a handbasket. Let me tell you, that was some wild times. Y'all make your way out of the under
Limping.
basement, as it were. And as you make your way out of the basement, as you get close to the door you came in, you actually hear a kind of a muffled "Help! Help! Is anyone out there? Help!" Coming from behind this.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
where? Wait, where?
Right.
Oh,
The
right
entrance.
Right
At the entrance.
Yeah, literally at the entrance. Correct. You hear some some shouting, and Zogun, as you get up to that wall, you realize that wall, it's just an image.
Paper mache.
It's just an image. It's not an actual wall. You put your hand right through it. No big deal. Yeah, and on the other side is your missing buddy.
10 goblins.
Yeah, he's right here. He's
And
like,
10 goblins.
yeah, he's bound, but he's had a gag that he managed to like spit out. He's like, help, 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 and you're able to pick him up. That's good.
I'm getting my pie.
Did any of you guys loot the bodies?
I mean, you have time.
No, we didn't loot anything.
Looting my pie.
You've killed everyone, so if you want to loot the bodies, you are
Yeah, we'll loot the
welcome
bodies.
to do so. You
I'm
are
going
welcome
back
do
to
so.
that magic person.
I like that.
Magic Eye.
I like that. That's good. That's
The
good.
magic guy.
That's
I'm
good.
going back over here.
Okay.
Do we know what he was? Who was like
You don't know who he was. He appears to be a half elf.
half elf? Okay.
And he appears to have been obviously some kind of spellcaster. And let's see here. You didn't capture him, so you cannot speak with him and interrogate him. Torture.
That's
If you
fine.
get to
Can I
level
just
3, you can
investigate
speak
his
with
body?
dead.
Yeah. You find a spell book
Oh.
with multiple spells in it. You find pretty much just a spell book. He's got some really nice finery clothes. And then on the redband ruffians, you all find some just generic weapons. There's one really nice dagger that says "From Mom to my favorite son."
Nerf dagger.
It's really nice. But overall, you find in gold and miscellaneous goods 88.
Divisible by 4.
8 gold. Good. Oh man. All right. So question
22
though,
gold.
I have to ask Patrick. 'Cause I can't call you Barden anymore because Barden's dead and gone. I have to
Forever.
ask, what kind of character do you want to play? Because it's been a while since I've killed somebody, so I want to say thank you for allowing me to just that's such a good
Murder you.
feeling.
I just want to say you're an evil man for condoning dwarf tossing.
It's so bad. You did come back, Elrath. Barden got tackled into a ravine and took 44 falling damage and was just done. And it was almost a TPK, but they got away. I almost got him. Almost. So close.
I have my character. I know what he's gonna be. You're gonna love him. Everybody's gonna love him.
I love it.
Uh-oh.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared.
And he'll fit a niche that the party needs, just like.
That's good. And it's a level 3 character too. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so.
But returning back, and I appreciate you sticking with us here, Patrick. Because
I'm not gonna throw.
You're dead. You're dead. Just throws the headset and just is out. He's like, I quit. Screw you guys. I'm taking my dice and going home.
Taking my dice bag and my game board.
Oh man! So
I'm taking my map.
The party back to the. I'm gonna pivot the party back to the map of Phandelver, and as you exit out, it is night. The sun has set, and you are obviously hanging out in the town, walking back towards the inn. There are some torches lit to create some light along the paths, and you can hear that kind of dull murmur of folks gathered at inns and in homes, just kind of relaxing as they do during the evening after a long day of work inside of the city and the towns proper. But
a very disheveled Blue enters the Stonehill Inn, slaps a silver piece on the counter, room, and then walks while that's being sorted out. Walks back to the kitchen and is like, "Where is my pie?"
So you have 2 pies because there are enough blueberries for 2 pies, and they are. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Everyone can do this. I want you to think back to the best meal you have ever tasted. Now, that's not just the taste of the meal, but that meal, the best meal you've ever had, is one in which you smelt that just faint aroma. It's like the hand, and it catches you in the nose, and it like drags you towards it, and you smell this fresh baked pastry. You smell the sweetness of the blueberries, the sugar that's been placed into it, and it is a peaceful feeling. Barden, you get none of this because you're dead in a ravine, but everyone else gets this. And as you all sit down, the chef Elvin Ramsey comes out and places them down at a table and gives everyone plates and forks, and you can all sit around and eat. And the tavern, there's a decent number of folks inside, enjoying their evenings, etc. And walking over to you is Nanduro the Dwarf. And he walks over and he looks at you, and it looks like he's counting as he points. Oi, wasn't there one more of you?
Not doing this. I take my helping of pie and go up to my room.
Yes, unfortunately, we lost Barden. He fell in pit.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, thanks for your sympathy.
You're welcome. Were you close?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Fair enough.
He was friend. We drink in his honor tonight.
A sorrowful hurdy-gurdy can be heard through the ceiling.
What? Just through the ceiling?
Well, that's because... What?
Hurdy-gurdies are loud.
Oh, okay. But I'm like upstairs, so you'd hear it coming down.
Oh my lord. That is so good. And as all of you rest for the evening, I think, and maybe, have your moment of silence for your fallen compatriot. I think that's a good place to call today's session, because oh man, that was woof. Aroo, you did it, sort of, kind of. That was wow. That was an intense.
A valuable lesson in letting spellcasters sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good, but I think all things considered, all things considered, I'm disappointed I didn't get more of you. But with that being said,
You almost got
There
me
were a
killed.
lot of close calls on the more of
Yeah,
There
us
were a
front.
lot of close
That
calls.
crit fail on the first death save from Peter, I was like,
Ooh.
oh man, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was very afraid, I will admit.
But I want to say
I was like,
everyone
oh,
did a
I'm
great job.
gonna make a warlock.
Everyone did a great job. So in the journal, I do need to give you this information. There is actually, this is all of the movements of both the hobgoblins as well as the bandits in the area. It's all of like where people are positioned, etc. And with this journal, it is going to give you some significant advantages for when you eventually decide to assault those different locations. You'll know all the layout, who to expect, etc. So you're going to go in with, all the information you could ever want to, like, not get TPK'd next time? Probably? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out what
We
happens.
didn't get TPK this time.
Maybe. Actually, you are TPK'd, and this is the afterlife. You have to play with the worst game master in the world.
Crummiest afterlife ever.
Oh!
The Stonehill Inn.
The Stonehill Inn is just... but the pie's good, which is nice. So, yeah.
Pie is actually impressively good,
Good,
for
right?
some reason for this
it's
backwater
okay.
inn.
It's pretty okay. But to everyone that stopped in to watch the stream today, thank you so much for being here for Barden's death. One of my favorite pastimes is killing Patrick's characters, so I just want to say thank you. And Patrick, you did a great job of dying, so just thank you for that. And it was just really well done. But seriously, no, everyone did a great job tonight.
Wolf.
I'm really excited for session 4 next week, and at level 3, I mean, at this point, you guys are just gonna be unstoppable. Everyone's just gonna
Apparently.
be completely unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
At level 3.
Hey, I can.
That's what
Yeah, I got my Echo Knight thing now, which means I can put a manifestation of myself within 15 feet, and then attack from either place with an extra attack.
I'll be unstoppable once I sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
me and the Bard, like cantrip.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, with that being said, I want to say thank you so much to everyone that stopped in. Thank you to you, the players, as always. You can check out these fine folks, and even Patrick with his brand new character. Very excited. You know what? In your honor, Patrick, as soon as you get me their information, I'll do a whole reveal forum. We'll build it up. It's going to be all about Patrick's new
Introducing the new
Discord.
Yes. Introducing the brand new improved Patrick's character. Light's fantastic. All right, I'm done. I'm getting ridiculous at this point. But everyone, have a beautiful evening.
Already.
Thank you again for stopping in. And in the meantime, happy gaming. And we will catch you guys next weekend. Same time, same game place. Cheers.